Welcome back. Today's video is all about the Chukka boot. The Chukka boot is a really versatile boot, and I'll talk all about the history, its characteristics, and how you can combine it, and more. The term Chukka is derived from the Hindi word chukkar, which means as much as circle or turn. What makes a Chukka boot a Chukka boot? First of all, a Chukka boot has ankle height. It's not higher, it's not lower, it's always at ankle height. Then it has 3 eyelets on each side or 2. Never 4, never 1. So that's very important. Moreover, you always want a rounded toe box, not too pointy, not too boxy, but nicely rounded. Another main characteristic of the Chukka boot is the suede leather. It's a brown suede calfskin leather that is really the characteristic part of this boot. A Chukka boot is always made of 2 parts. For one, the Vamp and the quarters, which come together for an open lacing system just like the derby shoe. If you want to learn more about derbies, check out this video here. Another hallmark of a Chukka boot is a leather sole that is thin. Sometimes you can also see a crepe sole, which is caoutchouc, which is a natural rubber, and that's definitely more casual. If you want a more versatile shoe, go with leather soles because you can combine them with a suit or with chinos or khakis or other pants. If you wear the Chukka boot with a crepe sole, make sure you only wear it with like denim or khakis, not any kind of dress pants, because it just doesn't go together. Traditionally, the Chukka boots are unlined, but in this day and age, you often find them lined with a regular leather lining. Now that you know about the characteristics of a Chukka boot, let's talk about history. It's safe to say that the Chukka boot originated in India when English players played a polo game and they would wear this shoe to play polo. Subsequently, this boot found its way into the public and to the West, and it became particularly popular because of the then Prince of Wales, later the Duke of Windsor, who just wore this boot and was soon picked up by all the media and the press, and it was photographed, and now every man wanted to have this boot. You may have heard of the word desert boot, and basically it's exactly a Chukka boot with a crepe sole. The most well-known manufacturer is Clark's from the UK, and today they make the desert boot in all kinds of leather colors, and they're rather fashion forward, and they usually retail between about $60 and $150, and you can learn more about the specific desert boot and how it came to be in our full-fledged guide about Chukka boots. Just click here. Originally, the Chukka boot came from the polo fields, but today it's much more versatile. You can wear it with a suit or just with a casual combination, or even just with a shirt and some slacks. I found them particularly suitable for fall because the suede texture just fits in with all the other textures of your jacket, maybe your vest and your tie and your shirt, and it's a great fall boot all around. If you want to learn about different boots and different clothing items and rules of style, please sign up to our email newsletter. That way you will never miss anything and you'll get the latest video right to your inbox. Just like with all shoes, the thinner the soles, the more elegant it is. So if you know that you just want to have this shoe for rugged outfits, try to get a Chukka boot with a thicker sole. Otherwise, I would argue to go with a rather thin sole so you can wear it with suits and basically any type of garment. Desert boots often are just rougher, have a thicker sole, especially a crepe sole. If that's more of your style, that's okay, but then specifically choose a desert boot over the traditional Chukka boot. In terms of color, brown or dark brown is really the best and most traditional and classic color you can choose. Sometimes you can also find versions in tan. I can also see it maybe in navy or dark green, but if you start out and if you want a boot that's very versatile, stick with dark brown suede. Sometimes you'll even find Chukka boots with contrast stitching. And while that looks pretty cool, it's quite limiting. The problem is it's irreversible, so you can't really wear with a suit. Instead, what I do is I wear colorful shoelaces from Fort Belvedere in yellow or in red to mix things up and dress my chukka boot down. And if I want a more formal outfit, I go with tone-in-tone dark laces with my chukka boots so I can wear it with a navy suit, for example. Overall, the chukka boot is really a versatile boot that can be worn with corduroy, jeans, khakis, dress pants, and suits, even dark suits, and you will hardly notice a difference to a regular dark brown shoe. The suede texture is particularly nice for fall, and if you're just starting out with a boot collection, this is definitely one of the top contenders to look at. Now you may wonder, what chukka boot should you buy? And we put together a little guide for different kinds of chukka boots in different price ranges, and you can see it on our website. Just click here and learn more.